When was the last time a woman looked at you like you were the only man on the planet? Not because of your looks, not because of your money, but because of how you made her feel, because of how you made her think. Here's the truth no one tells us as men. Desire doesn't begin in her body, it begins in her mind. And the fastest way to light that fire? Ask the right questions. Not small talk, not surface-level stuff, but questions that shake her soul and stir something ancient in her. In this video, I'm handing you 7 questions that bypass her logic and unlock her attraction on a level most men never touch. But don't just memorize them. Understand the energy behind them. Because a man who knows how to ask a woman the right question is a man she never forgets. Oh, and before we continue, I've got something special for you. A free ebook, The Female Mind Control Handbook. It reveals the hidden secrets to making any woman crave you. Grab it now, link in the description or pinned comment. Let's go. 1. When was the last time you felt truly wanted? Pause here. Let that question breathe. You're not just asking about her last relationship. You're challenging her to dig into a craving she might not even know she has. Every woman, even the strongest, most independent one, has a hunger to be chosen, not casually, not conditionally, but fully. When you ask this question, you're not fishing for gossip. You're pulling back the veil on her emotional world. You're saying, I'm not here to play it safe. I'm here to see the real you. And when you ask it slowly, eye contact, stillness, presence, you create a moment where time stops. Suddenly, you're different from every other man who tried to impress her. You're not performing, you're inviting. This question sparks desire because it reminds her of what she's missing. To feel wanted, without judgment, without pressure. And guess what? The moment she realizes you're a man capable of offering that, she won't just want to talk, she'll want to stay. Next question. 2. What would you do if you weren't afraid? This one hits deeper than most men dare go. Why? Because it calls out the part of her she hides from the world. Every woman, just like every man, carries silent fears. Fear of judgment, fear of not being enough, fear of being too much. When you ask this question, you're holding up a mirror, not to her makeup or her appearance, but to her potential. You're saying, I see something in you, something fierce. What would you do if you let it out? And don't just ask, listen. Because when a woman opens up about her secret dreams, her unspoken desires, that moment is sacred. You just became the man who knows her, not the man who flirts, not the man who flatters, but the man who made her see herself clearer. And here's the wild part. That clarity, that self-revelation, she'll associate it with you. And that is when desire gets personal. 3. What's something you've never told anyone? Now we're not playing anymore. This question isn't just a conversation starter. It's a soul invitation. Every woman has stories she's buried, moments that shaped her, words she wanted to say but never could. When you ask this, you create a space most men never make. You're telling her, you're safe here. Your darkness doesn't scare me. This question opens emotional intimacy, and that's the foundation of real desire. Because if she tells you something she's never shared before, that bond becomes electric. Here's the Stoic twist. You don't react, you don't fix, you don't flinch, you witness. And in a world full of men trying to control women, you become the one man who can hold her without needing to own her. That's the paradox of masculine power. The quieter your presence, the louder your impact. and she'll feel it in her chest, her skin, her heartbeat, and she'll want more. 4. What do you crave that you're afraid to ask for? Desire is rarely about what's said. It lives in the unsaid, the forbidden, the feared. This question, it slices right into her deeper truth, the kind of craving that keeps her awake at night. Could be emotional, could be physical, but either way it's personal, and most men never touch this layer because they're scared. Scared of depth, scared of the answer, scared of the responsibility that comes with knowing. But you're not here to play shallow. You're asking because you're the kind of man who can handle it. And here's the power move. Once she answers, don't comment, don't joke. Just look her in the eyes and say, "Thank you for trusting me." Boom. That's the kind of moment she plays back in her mind when she's alone. That's the kind of emotional fingerprint that lingers. Brother, she doesn't crave another guy who wants her body. She craves a man who understands her soul. And this question opens the damn door. 5. What do you miss most about who you used to be? This question grabs her by the heart. It's not surface, it's not flirty, it's a reflection of her past self, the version of her before the world hardened her, before life forced her to play safe. When you ask this, you're giving her permission to remember, to reconnect with the wildness she buried, the innocence she protected, the passion she traded for predictability. And it's personal, because every woman remembers who she once was and wonders if that girl is still in there somewhere. You're not just getting her to talk, you're getting her to feel, and feelings are the roots of attraction. But here's the Stoic twist. You don't try to fix her. You don't say, "You should do this," or "get back to that." You let her sit in that reflection. You let her feel the ache. Because when a woman realizes you see the gap between who she is and who she wants to be, and you're not judging her for it, you instantly become a safe rebellion. Not chaos, not control, but that rare middle ground she didn't know existed until she met you. 6. What would it take for you to let go? This one, it unlocks walls. Every woman holds on to something. Pain, guilt, expectations. The weight of always having to be strong. And this question cuts into all of that. It says, "I see your armor, but I also see what's underneath." You're not asking her to open up for your benefit. You're offering her a lifeline, a moment of truth. She may answer with a story. She may answer with silence. Either way, the air between you changes. Because suddenly, you're not some guy trying to impress her. You're the man who helped her breathe again. And here's where the Stoic energy hits hardest. You don't need her to open up. You're just there, steady, unshaken. The more she realizes she doesn't have to perform, explain, or protect herself around you, the more she feels a strange, unfamiliar pull. That's desire rooted in emotional safety, and most men will never reach it. But you just did. 7. What do you want that you're afraid you don't deserve? This is the question that changes the game. Desire isn't always about what she wants. Sometimes it's about what she thinks she can't have. And here's the truth. Every woman carries secret desires she talks herself out of, because someone once told her she was too much or not enough. When you ask this, you're going into forbidden territory, not sexually, spiritually. You're touching the part of her that wants more, but doubts it's allowed. And if she answers, even a little, you've now separated yourself from 99% of men. Because you're not making her perform, you're reminding her she's worthy of wanting. And when a woman feels safe to desire without shame, that desire naturally redirects toward the one man who made her feel that way. You, brother. This wasn't a video about clever pickup lines. This was a map into the unseen world of female desire. Not the part that wants attention, but the part that aches to be understood. Use these 7 questions not as tactics, but as a reflection of who you are becoming. A man who doesn't chase, a man who doesn't pretend, a man who stands still and pulls the truth out of women like a magnet. She doesn't want another loud man. She wants a still one. If this video spoke to you like a brother looking you in the eyes, subscribe to the channel. There's more where this came from. And, hey, drop the word trigger in the comments. Because if you get it, you know what I mean. You're not here to impress. You're here to ignite. See you in the next one.